So the day has finally come, and usually when people say that, that's usually like a good thing. Oh my God, I can't believe this is finally happening. No, this is like bad that it's happening, but it's not unexpected. It was expected, and because it was expected, I already have the parts. So finally, after 169,000 miles, the throttle actuators are going out. They're not fully out. I can actually reset the codes and keep driving. And it's happened a couple times before, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and do it now. I brought the car home, so I have throttle actuators over here. They've been sitting in the garage for about 2 years waiting for this day to happen. And you know what? Let's go ahead and change it now. So we're going to change them. I'm going to show you guys how to change them. I haven't changed them before, but I don't think it's that hard. Most of the work is going under the intake manifold. Every time you work on this car, majority of the work is going to be under the intake manifold. So once you take that off, you can get to pretty much anything. So I have done a couple videos where I have worked on this car and I needed to go under the intake manifold. So once you get under this big old thing, that's where everything is located. So I've been under there before when I changed the map sensor because it was throwing a map sensor code. And I've also been under there changing the fuel breather valve. And when I'll change the fuel breather valve, right under it, you can physically see the throttle actuator. So I'm going to put on a not a GoPro, but I'm going to put on a first-person camera. And we're going to actually do this, with both hands. I'm going to do it live with you guys. I say live because it's going to be edited. And I'm also going to put on a timer and see how fast we can change throttle actuators. I'll be explaining stuff along the way also, but for the most part, we want to see generally how long it takes for a regular person. So if you're at home, you need to change throttle actuators. Let's see if we can do it. Let's put on my new camera. All right, guys, and welcome to my new camera. This is the Insta360 Go 3. It's like has its own pod. As you see, this is the base, and the camera that's supposed to be in here is actually on my hat clip. So it looks really cool. So, but yeah, so pretty cool camera. I used it for the first time on my last video. I just bought it, and so far I love it. I did make some adjustments because the quality was a little too sharp, and then I read somewhere that you actually change the sharpness down to medium instead of high, and it will look more natural. So I changed the settings, so hopefully this video looks better than my last video. I will just keep that there to double check every once in a while to make sure I'm still recording. But for the most part, we're going to be moving the intake manifold. Well, the intake and the intake manifold and everything else will go under there. So we're going to go ahead and start a timer. And again, we're going to try to do this. I don't know, but we're going now. So we're already in a few seconds. So we're going to let that run all day long until we finish. We're going to start off by removing this. Now I have an aftermarket one. If you have a factory airbox, it's going to be 2 10s, but here I have to remove this plate and then I remove that, and I think that comes out. I got to remember, I haven't touched this car in a couple years. So I'm just going to freestyle it right now. I hope this is a 4. Yeah, it's a 4. It's a long bolt. All right, I used to have something that holds bolts, and I don't know what I did with it. I don't know what I did with it. Try to keep them somewhat organized. All right, moving on. This plate should just come up there. This one is just held in by 1 10. That just broke. Are you serious? Okay, well, that broke. Why'd that break? Anyways, I need a 10 now. And most of the time it's gonna be organization. So that's a 10. And like I said, if you have a stock airbox still, it's gonna be a 10 here and a 10 here, and that should come right up. And this is actually connected to this, so I'm gonna remove this now. So we're gonna start off here. This vacuum hose. Be very careful. It is very easy to crack. It's plastic and it's hardened because it's been cold, hot, and it is very easy to crack, and they give you a code like vacuum leak. So when you're taking that apart, be careful. And it's also going to connect to the bottom of this under. Like it goes all the way back and connects to the bottom. So you just push together like a C, and it will come, you see the ridges, you push on the ridges and it will come apart. It's pretty easy, but just be careful. Is that a bolt? What is this one? No, that's connected to that. All right, that comes out. That's not bolted to anything. I think there's a bolt down there too. Oh yeah, I see it. Yep, there's a bolt right there. There we go. This is a AFE, obviously it's AFE, but I don't remember exactly which AFE it is, but big old boy. Ow. It's also very sharp, Jesus. Okay, so we're like halfway there to the intake manifold. Again, this will be connected to the bottom of that, so just keep that there. There is a harness right here that needs to come off. I'll go ahead and do that now while I'm thinking about it. I think you push in and go down. Hopefully I don't break anything. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna leave that there and try to remember to put that back. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to worry about right now. This is a 10. This is your coolant reservoir. This is a 10 in the 10. I might need to move this to get to all the bolts, because this is actually held on by, I believe, 8mm hose clamps, because there's individual throttle bodies. There's 8 cylinder, and every one is held on by, you know, a hose clamp. So there's ways to go into it like that. So we're gonna go ahead and start. If I have to remove other stuff, I will, but let me see. I'm gonna need the extension, except this time I'm gonna need an 8, not a 10. I think it's an 8. I could be wrong. I guess we're gonna find out. But you can see, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but right here, you can actually physically see it. And that is not an 8. That is huge. So this is probably a 6. Yes, it's a 6. And that was hand tight. It should probably be tighter than that. You're not disconnecting it all the way. That one is too. Okay. I mean, I don't have any vacuum codes, but that's interesting. And they have ridges. Once I get the intake off, I will show you the way you can access it. This is where I need the extensions, really. I can't see anything back here. I might need my flashlight. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, this hose is a little kind of in the way. You can move it up a little bit. Because the fuel rail actually has ridges. Okay. It's gotta move. That's gotta move. It's gotta move. It's gotta move. There. I won't drive without it, so I'll just put it behind the car. Where are we at on time? 10 minutes. It's taking too long. Should have this off already. So, here, put my finger on it. All right. So if they're all loose, they're not loose enough. Wait, that might be, because this is hard to pull up. It's moving. Yeah, they're not loose enough. All right. Cool, bro. I need a power tool. More cool ones are on my drift car, I think. I haven't unloaded this thing since my last drift event, so all my cool tools are in here on the opposite side, I believe. Just E36 things. Yep, give me this. All right. Got time to play. I'm on a time limit here. Oh, don't tighten it. All right, now let me find them again. Here, we're just gonna go super loose now. Not all the way, because I don't want to have to clamp them. That should be good. See if it'll come up now. There we go. All right, now before you just yank it out of there, there's one on the back of this, which already came off. Okay, well, there was one right here. Let me show you guys. It's upside down, so it's backwards. This right here is also connected to right here. So usually, same thing with the front one. You use a little press on the ridges and it comes off, but it looks like it already came off. So, and then also these two ports. I don't know what they're called, but they're connecting to that. So anyways, the box is open. One thing I should mention, I know you're gonna look at these things and think these need to come out. Don't touch these ever. You don't need to touch these at all. So I don't know what they're even there for, honestly, but you don't need those. Let's put it behind. All right, how are we at on time? 18 minutes. Took longer than it should have. But this is where you need to be. Let me take a picture because pictures are always cool. I'm gonna open up a throttle actuator so we can actually take a thumbnail. Woo. I just got OEM ones. I don't know how long I'll have this car, but I know they are some aftermarket ones and you send them your cores. So I would remove these, mail them my cores, and they send me back some aftermarket ones with like some different internals that are supposed to last longer, which is, it's cool, but yeah, I just bought these. Like I said, I had them for a long time. So anyways, let me take a cool thumbnail. Or I'll take a screenshot of this. How about that? Boom, screenshot. Oh my God, I need throttle actuators. I knew this day would come. All right, I'm wasting time. Timer's still going, 20 minutes in. Let me go back to it. No, where we at, where we at, where we at? Where's my timer? Oh. All right, so the throttle actuators, as you can see, are these big silver things. They are literally right there. There's one here and one there, just opposite directions. So we're gonna have to loosen this harness. The fuel tank breather valve, I explained in, well, I did in another video. And like I said, it's easy to change. Once you get that thing out, it's literally right there. That's it. That's if you're driving, if you have an M3 and you go to fill up gas and you get full tank of gas, and when you're leaving the gas station, it kind of like has a weird idle issue. It's usually that. Once you change that, it's fine. As far as the hose clamps, this is what I meant to explain. The hose clamps are what hold the intake manifold basically in place. And as you can see on the fuel rail, there are ridges right here. The ridges are what you use to line up and loosen every hose clamp. Like I said, you come at this angle, bam. You can tighten it or loosen it. It's right there on the ridge. You see the ridge? Bam. So for that, I need to move that. So this is important to know because you need to put that back in the ridge before you tighten it. See, that one's kind of tight. So you need to put it back in the ridge. So when you go to do it, then you know you can reach it. And also it is designed to go in between because these two are, you know, super easy. But for these two, you have to go around this thing, whatever it is. I think it has something to do with venting. But you can go that same angle right under. You go right under, and right here you go behind in this little pocket right here. And you go right through it, and bam, you can hit that one too. So they all are accessible. And same thing on the other side. Go through that pocket, Bam. So I'm going to adjust this angle a little bit so it's a little bit easier to find it. I'm going to loosen it so it's easier to push it back on there. And same thing here, the final boss, which has the least amount of room. I'm going to put it right about there. So that's how you do those. And again, it's a 6, need an extension and a tool if you want to do it by hand. Now, because I pulled this box off before, it came off a little easy. But if it's your first time and it's been sealed for, you know, 10, 15 years, however old these cars are, it's gonna be very hard to get up the first time. So remember that. And when you take it up, remember, don't just yank it out immediately because that's supposed to be connected. It wasn't for whatever reason, but we're good. So anyways, it's time to do throttle actuators. To get to throttle actuators, gotta move this harness. I'm not gonna take it completely out. We typically go through it, I'm guessing, because I don't even know how to take it completely out. I guess to take it completely out, we have to remove every harness it's connected to, which looks mad annoying because there's 40 different things. Let's see, one there, one there. These are connected to the actual throttle actuators. So, but yeah, I don't know. It looks like a pain in the ass. So these appear to be 10s, and we're gonna loosen them up and we should be able to slide under it, no problem. So 10s. Back to the 10s. And also, like I said, don't lose this. Here, put this back before I drop it. But like I was saying, most of the times you have to work on this car. First thing you have to do is remove the intake manifold. I believe this is the thermostat. So if you need to change the thermostat, or I haven't changed it yet, so I don't know. It's either thermostat or water pump, one of the two. This might be the water pump actually. Or no, it's electric water pump, isn't it, in this car? So it could be one of those things, but either way, whenever you work on this car, you better learn how to take this thing off, because that's what you have to do. That's like step number 1. So we can somewhat wiggle this harness. There's some more bolts back here. That is, looks like it's connected. Oh, I dropped one. Oh, it's right here. I dropped it again. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Okay. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. Bam. Haha. Get your magnet. It's the best tool in the world. You can get skinnier ones too. This one's really thick, but it's cool because it's bendable. But yeah. Either way, you need a magnet. And that's looser now. There's another one here. See some Torx, but that might be connected to something else. I could be wrong. We're gonna loosen this one. Trying to get like almost as much room as I can. Not all the way, because I would have to remove everything. Come on. All right, I need extension. Let me get the little extension. All right, 30 minutes in. It's taking too long. I was thinking, I didn't want to say it, but I wanted to, damn. I wanted to say this should take roughly an hour to get them out. Which I guess we're on track if we're gonna get this off in an hour. And then an hour to put everything back. So like a 2-hour job, I say. Again, add time because things don't always go as planned. And we haven't had a whole lot of chances to mess up. So there's still time to make mistakes. Okay, what is this thing? I'm gonna remove this because this is binding really hard. That might be for the throttle actuator. So this is one of the throttle actuators. So it has these 2 pins. I think they just back out. I guess it doesn't hurt to break it. If I break it, it doesn't matter. But I'm trying to figure out how these come off. Or no, they probably don't come off there. They probably come off the other side. I guess, yeah, it makes sense to look at the old one. So the old one just has, that's that pin. That pin is going to go down to there. And has the connector, that's the big connector right here. And as far as bolts, it looks like there's 3 bolts. I don't know what they are yet. Can barely see. They look like, where's the flashlight? They look like Torx. That's annoying. My one working flashlight. Yeah, it's Torx 1 and 3. Okay, this thing is beeping. Why are you beeping? Why'd it beep? You still recording? I think it stopped and recorded again. Okay, I think it stopped recording. It must, again, I'm new to this camera, so I think it stopped recording maybe after, what, almost 30 minutes, and then it's probably starts again. So I just stopped it and started again. I don't want to mess everything up. I don't want to be like fully done with the job and like find out, no, it's not even filmed. So let's go ahead and get, here, let's take this harness off. All right. And I guess we could take this one off because this looks like it's gonna tug too. Ow, that is hard to get to. Again, push the metal clip in and it should pull straight up. There we go. So that is, this long harness is connected to something here, to the head. I don't want to yank that out, but I need some playroom. These are all, does this come out of this clip? I guess it does. There's another clip down there. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to pull all these out. Okay, this is loose now. I don't even know what this is. That's the scary part. I don't want to just keep pulling clips off. I don't know what they are. I'll pull this one off too though. This looks like it's coolant, so I'm not pulling coolant off. Probably just to help vent, but that gives me a little bit more room. This is connected in a weird way. I don't know what that is either. Looks like that one maybe twist. How do you get this off? It looks like it twists. Oh, it's twisting. I don't know if it's supposed to be twisting. I don't know about that one, guys. All right, twist that one back because that looks like it's pulling on the harness. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't think it's supposed to be twisting. Oh, it has a clip. Okay, so that's out. All right. All right, what else is holding? That's not gonna move. I'm gonna have to remember to plug all these things back in. So now it's tugging on the actual harnesses for this. And how do you remove this? Does it just flip back? I feel like that's a button. But, okay, there we go. Yeah, this might be, I guess that's a button because it's moving, and I did it on that one and then it kind of slid off. So I guess you push the button and slide off at the same time. Okay, so that is now disconnected. This is not giving me any slack. This is so annoying. And there's a little vacuum hose connected to it. So I think if I just move this harness, disconnected this harness, I think I'd have a lot of room. Should I take the vacuum hose off? No, that's not a vacuum hose. That is a wire. That is a wire. Okay, yeah, not messing with that. So we're just gonna have to move with this much space. See if there's any others I can disable and kind of give me a little bit more playroom. Okay, so this comes up this way without those. So yeah, okay, so that should be enough room. Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, because I took those 2 tins off back here, there's a lot more playroom here. This is your secondary air pump. That's where this hose goes to. Connects to the back of that, and there's a connector right there. So if you ever break this, this is not hard to remove, but you're not gonna have a lot of room, so you might have to take the intake box off. All right, I am going to prop this up with something. Need you to stay there. All right, cool. So there you go. That should give me room to execute. All right, so we got 3 bolts on each one. Again, I don't know what to do with the rods yet. See if the rods just come off. Yeah, they just come off. Okay, so just pull the rod straight off. We'll leave that one on there. And then execute. I don't know what size those are. I'm definitely dropping some of those. I know that. That is gonna happen. Take a Phillips first. Well, I guess I have to measure. T30, maybe? Where we at? 37 minutes. Did I guess right? Yes, T30, okay. T30. Extension on the extension. And we're going to immediately drop the socket. All right, let's do. Now, I don't know which one is throwing codes, by the way. There are banks. I don't know which bank is what. There's like 1 bank, 2 bank. So sometimes you might get a bank for which one is throwing codes, but when one goes out, the other one's most likely gonna follow. I remember that happened to my friend Jacob. He bought a M3, the white one, and he had a throttle actuator code on 1 bank. He changed it, and 2 weeks later, the second bank went out. So he had to do all this over again. So just change them both at the same time, because it's gonna happen. I need a flashlight to tell if that's loose or not before I start pulling stuff. Let's see, if it falls, where can it fall? I guess that's the bare block, so I guess it's not the top of the block. I mean, I guess it can't really go far. I'm gonna use the magnet to pull everything out though. I don't trust my fingers. Nope, it's not loose enough. That's definitely loose now. And there we have it. We have 1 throttle actuator bolt. I guess I have to figure out the orientation, because one's gonna go that way and the other one's gonna go that way. So this one, we'll do this side first, and it's gonna be facing this way. So we'll just do one at a time. It'd be easy to keep track of everything. Let's go bolt number 2. And 3 bolts. Yes. Yes. All right. Harness is unplugged. 3 bolts are disconnected, and the rod is disconnected. So this thing should just come out. All right. It's loose. What is this harness? You were in my way. Should I disconnect that? I'd rather not. I don't want. The least stuff I touch, the better. Less chances of breaking stuff, but it looks like it's literally in my way, but we're gonna try anyways. Let's see, we're gonna flip it this way. Hey guys, so the battery died. We're still at 42 minutes. I'm just gonna set this up somewhere. This thing, like I showed you, it has a clip, so it was actually in my hat, but this thing is small. So it was recording for, 40 minutes straight. And I guess the battery died from the little camera, but I put it back in the base now, and the base charges it. So it'll be charging while it's also recording. So this thing is cool. It's pretty versatile. So we're just I'm still working on trying to get this thing out. So I'm gonna put this up somewhere. Yeah, I'm just gonna put you right here. Get you mounted. Has a little sticky thing too, so it stays mounted. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep working and pull this thing out. So let's pull this thing out. there it is. Throttle actuator is out. So we're gonna reverse the process and put the new one back in there. So here's the old one and the new one. I guess after, because I think you could take these apart and you might be able to see like if there's like any burn marks on the electronics, or if the gears are plastic, and a lot of times what happens is the plastic gears kind of rub together and then they don't work how they should, and then it throws a code. So we'll take that apart at the end of the day, but I'm gonna go ahead and slide this one back in there, try to do the same way. I just kind of like looped it this way, like under the harness, and it worked. It was hard, but it worked. So I'll put you guys back. Stay right there, don't move. All right, and bam, we are in place. The new one is in there. You can see it, it's in there. Exactly where it is. Now I just gotta put the bolts in, which is gonna be a pain, because the bolts, I'm gonna have to use my fingers. I gotta trust my fingers to put the bolts in there, and that's gonna be a pain, but do what we gotta do, and see if we can get it in there without dropping anything. We're gonna go ahead and do the bolts first, and then we'll put the rod on and then the connector. So how am I gonna do this? The front one I believe I can get. This front one shouldn't be that hard, but the other two, that's not fun. Let me think of something. You ever seen the paper towel trick? Take paper towel, lay it. It works on sockets too. You just put a paper towel, a little piece of paper towel, right over the bolt, and then you smash your, 10 mil, 8 mil hex, whatever you need to put in there, and then it's stuck together, and then you can actually put it in there, tighten it, and then you just take the paper towel out. So now it hangs, and I can actually aim it and get it where I need to. And we are threading. I'll keep it a little bit loose until I get the other ones out. I gotta get the paper towel out of there so it doesn't burn. Uh-oh, that's hard to get. Oh, I dropped it. Okay. See, take the head, paper towel, mash it together, and it sticks. And you basically have a magnet. Alright guys, a little time has passed because I was struggling trying to get the paper towel out of there. But I just turned this off and let it charge. But we're at 59 minutes. I did not stop the clock. I promise you, I did not stop the clock. We are at just under an hour. I loosened the bolts on the other side. Got the other one tight. So now, also prop this up a little bit higher. I managed to put a long one back here, so it gives me a little bit more room. So now this one is loose. I'm gonna take the rod off. And hopefully, there we go. Get this one out. This one's way easier. This one's way easier. Plenty of access this way. And there we go. That was my bet. Where's the clock? Where's the clock? Where's the clock? I'm gonna unlock my phone. 1 hour and 23 seconds. I wanted these things out by 1 hour. That was the plan. And again, I was talking to you guys and explaining stuff, so I probably could have did them like 50 minutes maybe, but still, that was my goal. Now we got to put, everything back in. So let me grab the new one. This thing should be charged a little bit. Yeet. So we'll just go with the battery that we have. So now we're back in here. Like I said, it's a little base, so it's really cool. And so we're gonna pop this back in there. And like I said, you see how high I have it propped up now? So now I can actually reach through and actually touch stuff. So this is way, way better. So just keep trying to pry this up as high as you can. None of the wires are really tugging very hard, so yeah, just try to get that. And once you loosen those 2 tins back there, then this, you know, just have to pull up like flat and then you can lean it up. But yeah, once you get it off the studs, then you know you got a lot more room. So this makes life a whole lot easier. So now we're gonna slide this in there and put it on its home, which should be right next to its brother. And all the holes are lined up. Perfect. I'm still gonna use a paper towel trick because it's too hard to get in there. I used this one, but I can use it again. Oh, the bolts. Where's the bolts? But yes, I promise I did not stop the time because I want to know what my personal goal is too. I want to see how long this will take me. And if I can get this done in under 2 hours, that'd be awesome. So. All right, throttle actuators are installed in 1 hour and 8 minutes. 1 hour, 8 minutes. All right, now we're gonna put these rods back on there. They should just snap in place, I'm assuming. I don't know where they're supposed to be set. Sounds so weird. It sounds like an RC car when you move the rods. All right, that's connected. Yeah, they just push in place. You kind of, I guess you kind of preload them. That's it. Make sure these are good. All right, throttle actuators are installed. So now we're just gonna plug everything up, put the thing back on there, and hopefully everything's good. So I could take this out of there, lay this harness down, turn my light off. And oh, what was that sound? And just connect every harness I took apart. So I'm trying to remember everything I took apart. So this needs to go back. This needs to go back. This. And make sure they're on there tight too, so I don't have to pull off this thing just to, because I forgot to plug a harness. That would be so annoying. This goes to the bottom of the, no wait, the yellow one goes to the bottom of that. Oh shit, I don't remember. I might have to review some video. I strongly, no, it's this one, because it's longer. Where's this go? Oh, right there. Stupid. All right, that goes there. I never unplugged that harness, and then I got the 2 harnesses for the throttle actuators, which should just pop straight on. Boom, I heard it click. Let me hear you click. There we go. So those are good, those are good. And that's it. Put the 4 tins back on there and putting the box back on here. So, the tins. So let me double check and make sure everything is still connected. Because again, I don't want to take this box back off. This goes into the box. This little thing sits in that grommet. So just touch every harness, make sure it goes into something. Make sure nothing's loose, nothing's out of place, and everything should be good. And I guess make sure the rods have room to move. I don't know which way they move. I guess they flex that way. I don't really know. Where do the rods go? If that's that way, Yeah, it goes this way. So it only goes downwards, I guess. Okay, yep. Love the sound of this car. All right, enough playing around. Let's tighten these 10s. Also, I suggest everybody get you an electric wrench. This is my favorite tool. Like, if I have to work on a car, I don't even want to, like, imagine not having this anymore. Like, this is the best tool I've ever bought. For real. All right, now, put the box back on. Box and the intake, and that's it. So, let me get you. Whoop. And remember, there's a connector here, here, and here. Well, these are the vacuum hoses, whatever. Make sure those are lined up. And this will have to be connected back here. So we're gonna lay it down that way so we can make sure that connector's tight. Make sure all your hose clamps are where they should be. See that? See that? I don't know how that one moved, but that would have been a problem, so. But yeah, I'm actually gonna tighten that a little bit so it doesn't give me a problem. That was a 6. Yeah, I'd have been mad. I was like, how the hell do I? I would probably have taken the whole thing back off. And I'll make sure it's not hand tightened this time. I don't know how that happened, but. Give you guys a regular view for this. Again, I'm gonna try to line it up in the back 2 things. You'll see it like it basically will just fall in place. Make sure it falls into these things too. And it looks like it's set. So I'm gonna go over here and connect this first. That is connected. That back hose is connected. And as far as this, double check, make sure everything's lined up. It is. And you're just gonna, perfect. And just tighten. All right, guys, we are dead on the other camera, so I'm not going to stop and charge it. We're at 1 hour and 35 minutes. I went ahead and just basically time lapse the other side. Well, I just sped up the footage, really. That's why the battery's dead. I let it run the whole time. But everything's going back pretty smooth. So I'm just going to tighten this back down. And then connect a couple things and we're done. So let me flip this camera around real quick. So this little intake thing we pulled out, this goes, I don't remember, goes that way to that box. Okay. That, wow, that is a tight fit. Probably should have. Okay, there we go. That's in there. And then our thing for the secondary air pump is in there, and the harness right here, which I believe, if I had to guess, probably air intake temperature. It's my guess. And that's it. We're done. Everything is back complete. So we are done. 2 throttle actuators in 1 hour and 36 minutes. So let's fire it up. Where's the keys? And everything should be good. I had to jump it last time I drove it, but I drove it for like 30 minutes, so it should be good. Beautiful. Need gas, but that's normal. Beautiful. Also need some belts. They're squeaking. They're dusty. It's an old car. probably gonna turn this off because it's loud, but there you have it. So there you go. Throttle actuators done in an hour and 37 minutes. Pretty cool. So again, as you see, it's not too difficult of a job. It's scarier than it sounds. It's really not that hard. You just need basic tools. What we used: a 10, a T30, and a 6. That was it. 3 tools. Yeah, 10s, T30, and a 6. That was it. 3 tools, extensions, power tools if you got them, and that is a complete job. Now, I want you to understand this. Don't try to hustle me, all right? If you bring a car to my shop and you want throttle actuators done, you don't feel like doing it yourself, we charge by the book. So don't use this video as evidence. No, it should be an hour and a half labor. Nope. We charge them by the book. I'm sorry. I don't remember what book is. Book might be 3 hours, maybe 4 hours. I'm not sure, but we're going by the book. So don't try to hustle me. All right. I'm working from home. I'm having fun. I could have had them do it because the car was already over there, but I said, I'm going to bring it at home and I'm going to do it and see how fast I could do it. So that was my challenge. And again, that was while explaining it to you guys and everything. And probably without explaining, just turn the music on, to be in my zone, probably could have did it in like an hour and 15 minutes. That's my guess. If I was like really hustling, probably an hour and 15 minutes. So anyways, we are done. Job complete. All right, this is going to be a little out of sequence because I already closed the video out, but I forgot. So I'm going to add this in before my outro. I forgot I was supposed to go in here and see what's wrong with him, if I could see anything that's wrong, if anything burned. So this is a T15, and it looks like it's just 5 T15s, and maybe the front will come right off. So let me get these off real quick. I'm not good with electrical, so I don't know how to tell if anything... I don't see anything physically burnt at all. And as far as gears, you could see... Of course, my hands are dirty still, but you could see all that. That's all plastic rubbing together. That is all plastic. So... doesn't look too bad. I don't see anything that's like drastic. All right, number 2. And why did I wear a white shirt to do this? And electrical wise, I don't see anything out of the ordinary. So, yeah. And smell out of the ordinary. There's some plastic in there too. No more than the other one though. Wait, nope. Oh. That one is, I don't think that one's that loose. Oh, you see that? This one's really tight to move. That's what's going on. This one actually takes force to move. Because remember when I pulled out the box, I did that. So, God, I don't know what, like I said, changed them both at the same time, so I don't know which bank was what, but there you go. This one, I guess, works perfect, and this one does not spring back at all. So, so I definitely had a broken throttle actuator. Like I said, it was throwing a code. I have a basic general scanner. Maybe I shouldn't have did that. I have a basic general scanner, and yeah, that one's just still stuck. Okay, well that's broken. So yeah, I have a basic scanner that didn't really tell me it was throttle actuators. So once I took it to the shop, they have, you know, BMW scanners and all that stuff. So they told me it was throttle actuators. So I said, okay, cool. I have throttle actuators. So that's what happened. For whatever reason, this gear doesn't want to move. So it can, I guess it can be rebuilt by somebody. This one's still good. I'll save this just in case a friend has an emergency need for a throttle actuator. That way he doesn't have to buy one. But still, this one feels, like I said, still feels new. This one's definitely junk. So, good to know. Thanks for watching, guys. Deuces. I will see you in the next one.